like I did with scary
Aggro players.
I used to be afraid of them until I realized they were just misunderstood.
Hey, fat ass, give me your wallet.
I could give you my wallet, but what I think you really want is love.
It's true.
I'm taking your shoes.
We might have just got high rolled. RNG was not with us today. Oh, gee. Okay. I take it back. RNG wants us to win this game. The charge is going to make it a little bit scarier than I hoped. At 11 health, and it is still fairly early in the game. Nothing short of a brawl could save him. What's up, guys? I'm CrispyWaffles, and I don't know about where you are, but it's looking like the end of the world here. We got security guards in the grocery stores guarding toilet paper, everything's shutting down. But it's exactly times like this that we're meant to stay strong, band together, and play Hearthstone. So we're gonna jump right into the action. We got the fun, the lovable, aggro-proof Reno Mage. You could even say this deck is amazing. I'm gonna take you through every turn, every decision, make sure that your journey to legend is as smooth as possible. If I miss something or you have any questions, drop a comment below. I always love to hear from you guys, and who knows, you might even get an awkward shout out or something. If you enjoy my stuff, be sure to like the video to let me know. And if you want to see more great videos just like this one, make sure you hit that subscribe button and they'll just magically appear on your feed for you. It's awesome. You should totally like and subscribe, and then I'll get YouTube famous maybe, and then I might not have to go outside.
Let's do this.
Let's get right into the meat and potatoes of it here. I hope you're sat back, relaxed, have yourself a nice warm cup of coffee or tea or beer, whatever your poison is. I guess the beer shouldn't be warm. We do have a mage, that's beautiful. I love those mirror matches. We're definitely going to hold on to that Pocket Galaxy and the Zephyr the Great. Beautiful to get those right off the start. Pretty much the best two cards that you can get in this matchup. We're also going to hold on to that Book of Specters without a second thought. We already have the Zephyr the Great. That's going to give us a decent enough early game on the board. And then, like, mages don't really have the most insane early game, so I'm not really scared of what he's going to do. Pretty nice of him to get his own Zephyr out on turn 2. So he's going to be able to maintain that advantage he has with the coin. Not going to fall behind yet, but we'll face him with the Zephyr. Not really concerned about the early damage. We'll make him do the trading here. What we want to do is get that turn 6 Pocket Galaxy with the effect of the Wild Growth, and then use that Book of Specters immediately afterwards, draw into those really huge minions, make them cost 1, just immediately capitalize on that value. We'll go ahead and kill his minion now, right after I said we'll let him do the trading. Might as well make it harder for him to take out the 4/6. Oh, blowing the coin on the Reno already. I love it. That's like Dragon Queen Alex or Power Creation that he might draw into is going to be a turn later now. Also means that he can't play the Pocket Galaxy next turn. So, rather than using the Arcane Intellect or the Book of Specters, we really want to capitalize on those one-cost minions. Like, the Pocket Galaxy effect is just really huge, and being able to make it even more valuable by drawing cards right afterwards is going to be just completely worth it. He did get a really good board out with that Conjure, but I think we'll just barely be able to sustain. We'll be down to 12 health if he uses the hero power. Likely 13, but we got that Blizzard in hand. We are playing it a little bit risky there, but it's not like he can toss out the Alexstrasza to bring us down to 5 health or something. And then, like, with both of those draw spells, we're going to be able to draw basically a third of our deck. If we hit the Stargazer Luna, that's going to be our entire deck that we have access to, so we'll start that going. Okay, it's a little bit unfortunate to hit 2 spells there, but the Dragoncaster was pretty huge. Let's see what we can get with that Arcane Intellect. Got the Defender, that's beautiful. So I think we'll just go for the Blizzard, keep the board under control. We'll be able to get the Defender out at the same time. I think we'll even toss out the Doomsayer with this. It's going to be a bit of a pain for him to clear. And then, like, if he does, that's one of his removals out the window. Okay, does he have it? Or is he just trying to get some? Oh. Okay, so we're soaking out the Conjure. I'm actually okay with that, because we have a pretty decent board ourselves. I might even say we have the advantage. So he did use the coin earlier. He's not going to be able to use the amazing Reno or the puzzle box. He's probably going to be able to freeze us, but we'll get a, like, Lore Walker Cho will give us a freeze right back. So we're going to go for that turn 9 Dragon Queen. We'll clear the board, just leave him with that 2 attack minion. That's not a big deal at all. I think that's the crappiest dragons we possibly could have got, but we will toss out the Mountain Giant. Might as well hold on to them here, just in case he does manage to wipe the board. We'll be able to reload it a bit easier. Like, we don't want to overextend, but we do want to continue to apply a bit more pressure than there would have been without the Giant. Okay, it looks like he's still scared to play spells because of that Lore Walker Cho that he gave us. Oh my god. We just top deck lethal. We just barely have it with the Arcane Breath and Hero Power. That's like turn 10 or turn 11. That is beautiful. We don't even really need the other Conjur's Calling. I guess we should still use it just to BM him. Might as well play all these fairy dragons as well. Just show him how unlucky we were. You know, just rub some salt in the wounds, let him know that he lost to someone that just pulled 2 fairy dragons off a Dragon Queen. We'll give him a conjure and conjure the Cho at the same time. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. I'm sorry it had to be that way, Swagmaster64. You had a very cool name. But you put me in rank 1, so you will not be forgotten. Well, let's keep it up so Swagmeister's sacrifice wasn't in vain. Oh, we do have another mage. Mage versus mage for days. Jaina on Jaina action. Sounds spicy. So we're going to toss everything here. We really want every chance we can get at the Pocket Galaxy. Even if we don't hit the Pocket Galaxy, we have plenty of early game options that are much better than anything we had in hand. Like, for example, we got the Snip Snap, which is pretty much the best turn 3 we could ask for. The Book of Spectres also pretty huge. Lets us draw into a lot more options than we normally would have. And then we're perfectly set for like turn 4 onwards. We'll be drawn into our late game by then anyway. So that turned into a pretty decent hand for us. Looks like he has a pretty normal start, getting out that Fire Tree Witch Doctor. We'll just draw into some cards. That Snip Snap will definitely be able to contest his Fire Tree Witch Doctor, so we don't really have to worry about wasting 2 hero powers on it. Going for the magic trick. So at least he didn't pull some huge spell off the Witch Doctor. And he did just use a hero power too, so it would have been pretty bad if he threw out a Snip Snap of his own or something. But he didn't have it. We get out the Snip Snap that's way better than a Witch Doctor, like in a one-on-one comparison. The Bone Wraith does give him a really good board, but we'll just toss a Roan out, and then suddenly we have the advantage. Would you look at that? So that secret's going to be a little bit annoying, but I feel like I could have got a bit more use out of that Ray of Frost. Not going to worry about it. We're just going to go for our own secret. If he did go for the Mirror Entity, that'll pop it for us. That's exactly what he got. We even got a counterspell out in the process, so I feel like we went from having the advantage to having a really big lead. Oh my god, and we counter the Conjur's Calling. So, yeah, it's looking good for us. Like, we've had a really similar early game, but ours has just gone so much better that, yeah, like, unless he goes for a Pocket Galaxy next turn or something, I think we're just going to take off in value. Not going to give him a chance to come back from this. Let's take the Polymorph here. Just removal, obvious option there. We'll be able to clear it with a hero power rather than our minion. Power Creation, that's an obvious pick as well. No need to risk it with a Splitting Image or something. I mean, late game is going to be freezing everything anyway, so that's... And of course he goes for the Pocket Galaxy. So, we're the one on the ropes now. We're going to want to coin out that Power Creation, just really get that value going. Spark Drill would overfill our hands, so we'll pick the other option. Wasn't the other one a 5/4? F's in the chat. Okay, mistakes were made. Do as I say, not as I do. Oh, getting that Book of Spectres really huge right after the Pocket Galaxy. If he clears the board, it wouldn't have made a difference anyway, and then we'll feel less stupid. So he's going to hit us with that Frost Nova. You got to expect that they'll freeze the board every turn in the late game. Getting the Mana Saber out too. Okay, and he's leaving it at that. Pretty tame board. We drew the Turtle, and we only have 3 spells in deck. Beautiful. We can hit that Pocket Galaxy, put us on an even playing field. Might even say we're in the lead unless he clears the board here. And then that 1 mana off the Mana Saber isn't the biggest deal. Looks like he will be able to clear the board with the Zephyr, but I like that he's using it early on. Or if you could call it early on still. Ooh, even getting the Caligos. Okay, so he only got the Flame Strike off the Zephyr. Not a really big deal at all. Again, the Secret's going to be a bit of a pain to play around. We did get the Dragoncaster though, so that'll make it much, much smoother. We'll play that out first, just in case it is the Mirror Entity, which it was. Beautiful, so now we have free reign to play all of our spells. We'll have to go for the Polymorph first, as nice as it would have been to get the Flame Strike out, but at least now we can still clear the board. Can even go for the Blizzard here rather than the Flame Strike, that way we can hit whatever he plays with that 4 damage. Might even be able to hold on to the amazing Reno a little bit longer. Ooh, Golden Malagos. Well, pretty jealous. Mad respect for this guy. Again, he's going to follow it up with a few Snip Snaps by the looks of it. Oh, or actually 2 Snip Snaps and a Zilliax. I mean, 24 health was basically full health anyway. It's all the same to an Alexstrasza. So we'll amazing Reno the board. It's just gonna get a little bit annoying or out of control, or however you want to put it, to deal with those death rattles off the Snip Snap. This is nice and clean. Plus his hand is a little bit low. All he could get is the Defender. Execute, can't quite do much, but we drew into the Mountain Giant, that's pretty huge. We'll go for the Reno with the Zilliax, that'll clear his minion, get us a decent board going. We could even toss out the Mountain Giant with this. We'll have just enough mana to conjure it. We're pretty much forcing him to use either an amazing Reno or a Puzzle Box or something, and then the Puzzle Box isn't exactly what you'd call consistent. Oh, it does have a Blizzard. So of course he's going with option C, the freeze the board option. But he can only do that so many times. Ooh, getting a Wild Growth off the Reno. At least we'll be able to draw an extra card there. Twilight Drake is a decent draw as well. Oh, okay, and we got Zephyr the Great. So let's bring him down to that 15 health. He already used the Carhet Defender. He already used the Zilliax. So pretty much all he has left is his own Alexstrasza and the Reno. Speak of the devil, there it is. But we wanted to bait that out. Because now, like he used the Malagos earlier, he used the Zephyr, he used the Reno. Unless he pulled a random Polymorph off the Malagos, we have free reign to play that Tyrion and just start swinging for 5 damage at a time. He does only have 20 health, so basically if any of the damage on board gets through, he's dead. Oh, that Pounce, not going to be the most useful when your hero's frozen. But yeah, I didn't want to get the Tyrion off the Zephyr until he played that amazing Reno, because it's like I feel like it's just worth holding on to lethal unless you can really guarantee that you can get some really good value off of it. Like unless he gave us a better trade, like the position we're in, we can guarantee that death rattle off the minion. So it's just way too huge to not go for it. So we'll have to wait and see what he got off the Dragon Queen. He is going for the Keysmith, so we'll have another annoying secret to deal with. Oh, Twin Tyrant, decent enough pull. but he is going to give us that weapon. Okay, and he's just filling the board. Alright, head crap. Blah, blah, blah. Head crack. We'll just chip him away one turn at a time here. Terrible draw. So we'll go for the face, and it was an ice barrier. So on the downside, he's going to survive a lot longer than we wanted. But on the plus side, now we can blow that Frost Nova without worrying about the counterspell. I think we'll leave it at that for now. We can take out most of the board with the Flame Strike and freeze the remaining with the Ray of Frost. Okay, that could have gone a lot worse. 1 armor from the random spell. That's not the greatest, but the Caligos is going to be huge, so we'll definitely get that out here. I think we'll just go for the Frostbolt. With the 2 Ray of Frost in hand, we'll be able to just nuke most of the board, freeze the 3 remaining minions, and then also conjure the Caligos in the same turn. Next turn, we'll be able to swing with everything, and with any luck, that'll be lethal. Like 2 random 10 cost minions on top of the 5 damage weapon. He's only got 13 health. So I'm thinking this should seal the deal for it. Oh my god. Oh yeah, we got the Seathun, we got the whatever the moon guy's called. This is going to be a good time. Okay, and we're forcing that puzzle box. Obviously, Viazity has to play it here. It's time for Death or Glory. Let's see what he's got. A few games ago, that mage pyroblasted himself in the face. So, oh. This one's actually turning out alright. He is healing the whole board. Healing again. Oh, gonna give a minion taunt. And Plague of Murlocs. That is pretty clutch. Amazing AF. That is exactly what he wanted. Good for him. He danced with the devil and he came out on top. Even gonna toss that Illidan. Like, I don't... How the hell did he get that? So that turned out to be quite a scary board. Probably gonna have to face a minion here. This could be bad here. We might have just got high rolled. RNG was not with us today. Oh gee, okay. I take it back. RNG wants us to win this game. I can't even describe how lucky that was to draw a card there, hit the Luna and another minion. So we'll be able to start drawing our whole deck. That Dragon Queen's going to give us some huge value in the process. Card Hit Defender, obviously going to draw some more cards, as well as keep us in the game with its healing. We'll get the Tiamat out as well. So I think rather than rush, we'll go for the Divine Shield Taunt. That'll keep our whole board alive. And then, like, at this point, his hand's empty. We just got to keep him on the ropes. We'll even go face into that Illidan to stop him from getting any more value. The snakes, I guess he only gets 1 snake, so that's not a big deal at all. Be able to gain some more armor, like the defender's going to heal us back up to 25. And we're going to hold on to that minion because that is a really solid removal option. All its minions are going to get Divine Shield. Like, this game is just so in the air right now with the Reno effects back and forth. That's what you gotta love about the Mage mirror matches. It's so insane in the late game. Like, you can play around it the best you want, but Reno does what Reno wants, and sometimes it doesn't matter what you did. We are able to bait out that Fireball though, so that's pretty nice. He probably wanted that for later. He's gonna be able to wipe basically our whole board, but that is his entire hand. We still got quite a few options in ours. With any luck, we can get something pretty valuable with our draw. Oh my god, okay, scratch that. We're just going to Plague of Death the board because Reno is amazing. So, empty board, might as well go for that Malygos. Like, did I mention these games are insane? So the missiles, that's actually going to be way more valuable than the Frostbolt would have been because of that dragon we have in hand. The Karn Bloodhoof, that's just absurd. I don't think he's coming back from this. Like, whatever he draws here, even with those free Trents, we're going to be able to reduce everything's health to 1. Arcane Missiles the board. Unless he... Yep, that's game. So... Yeah, we're guaranteed to hit him with at least 3 damage with the missiles here. And then we do have the 10 damage on board, so that's really all we need. Might as well flex on him with the Galaxy, flex on him with the Doomsayer, and yeah, like it doesn't get any better than that. This feels like a mechathon kill. We drew every card in our deck, we're using every card in our deck. This is peak satisfaction. Like, I'm pretty sure I don't have OCD, but if I did, it would be so soothed and satisfied right now. How perfectly that worked out. Nothing's gonna stop us on that way to legend rank. Let's keep it going here. See if we can get 3 mages in a row. Oh, we do have a warrior. Jordan Sparta. Okay, so we're going to want to be on guard. This guy's from Sparta. He does not mess around. We're going to toss the Pocket Galaxy. We're going to toss the Giant. We got the Witch Doctor. We got the Snip Snap. That's pretty much the best early game we can ask for. Don't think about the Doomsayer. But, like, this is as good as it gets here. We didn't quite get the Dragon, but I think we're just going to be tossing out the Witch Doctor anyway. Not quite using the coin yet because we can get a lot more value later on with it. He doesn't have the scariest early game, but because he doesn't have the scariest early game, we do want to try and take off in board value. Minimize the amount of invokes that he can go face with to put us in that much of a better position later on. We're just going to get that Witch Doctor out. Hopefully soak some weapon hits or the invoke. Best case scenario, clears the minion. Yeah, so I'm pretty okay with that. We are going to take another 4 damage, but that's 2 of his invokes. You gotta expect that he'll face you with the invoke every turn unless you have something on the board that's a little bit scary. Just get some kind of pressure on. Oh, going for the Scion. Really solid to play that on curve on turn 4. But at least we'll be able to take that out with the Hero Power and the Arcane Breath. I think we'll go for that, even without the Dragon. We just really want to keep... Basically, the later the game draws out, the better of a position we'll be in. His hands are getting a little bit low. You know, I'm okay Renoing when he has the Armor Smith out, but not when he has that Occulte. So we're going to Conjure it. Letting him get through for 5 damage. A little bit rough, but I'd much rather have that. This way he might just end up with a bunch of dead draws, not be able to finish us off. The charge is going to make it a little bit scarier than I hoped, but you got to expect the worst. We still got that 11 health, and it is still fairly early in the game. It's bad, but it could be a lot worse. We'll be able to at least wipe out the board here. We still have access to the amazing Reno, so that's like 5 armor. Reno the Relicologist is going to be able to wipe the board here. Kind of wish he didn't draw into the Galakrond. That's going to be bad. At least we have the board control for now with the Reno. We're going to wait for 5 minutes while it clears the Rover. Gotta love that interaction. You want to go refill your coffee or tea or anything, now's the time to do it. Maybe read a book. Okay, so he does have the Scions again. It's a really solid card, but I'm always happy when they play it early on, because if they play a Scion that was drawn with the Galakrond effect, you're not going to have a good time. So for secrets, I think we'll just go for the Splitting Image. We do have the Bone Wraith in hand, so that'll make a bit more of a buffer. We are in a bit of a scary spot here with the 11 health, so we really want to make sure that none of his invokes get through. Even making him duplicate the Scion, so like there's absolutely no scenario where I don't want him to do that rather than use it on Leroy later on. Using the Inner Rage on one of our minions too, that's basically 2 less damage that he can face us with. And now the only card left in his hand is the Galakrond, so that'll be most of his next turn. So I'm going to get that Mountain Giant out, unless he draws into yeah, I guess I don't even know what he could draw into here. Like, he'd have to clear the taunt and the reborn taunt, as well as the mountain giant. He didn't even go for the Galakrond. Like, I don't know what he's thinking. We're gonna go for that easy Dragon Queen. I think he just threw the game. Not that he would have really won it anyway, but like, we got the Caligos too. But not playing that Galakrond there definitely didn't help. That must have been greed or something. Like, he's at the 3 invokes. So we're just gonna face him with everything. We're gonna conjure the giant, just seal the deal. Like, nothing short of a brawl could save him here, and he went for the Galakrond now, so he obviously doesn't have it. Good game. Alright, what's he gonna do with his 1 mana here? Yeah, that's what I thought. Brought us down to 11 health pretty early on, but we didn't let him get us any lower than that. We stayed at 11 health for what, the whole game. Also, pro tip, don't pass the turn if your opponent's about to play a Dragon Queen.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Thanks for watching. People like you are my favorite type of people. You're a goddamn legend in my eyes. Damn it, cat, get out of here. I'm trying to thank my viewers. Make sure you drop a comment if you got any questions or tips or anything at all. I always love hearing from you. Like the video if you like it, subscribe so you see more, and next week we're actually taking on APXVOID. Until next time, stay beautiful, and hopefully don't get quarantined. Yay! I love you.